Good evening, people of God. Well, it's evening on my side of the world. So I greet you in the mighty, matchless, and powerful name of Jesus Christ. I feel honored and blessed to come before you with another prophetic word from the Lord. This word is about kingdom marriage. Specifically, this word is about preparing for kingdom marriage. Y'all know that this is not a subject I touch too much. It's not a subject the Lord lays on my heart too much. I think I've only done one specifically regarding kingdom marriage, and it was the Lord saying that 2022 would be the year of the simple wedding. And so, in line with that, I want to bring this word. The Lord has asked me to bring this word tonight. And you notice that in this case, I'm not using wallpaper. This is actually my photo. For those of you who have not seen me before, this is my picture. This is me. And my name is Lindy Way. And so the Lord wanted me to use my picture for this particular video because he's talking about preparing for kingdom marriage. And there's some things, some points that he wants to get across regarding this. The first point being that this is supposed to be a kingdom marriage, not a worldly marriage. And at one point, some time ago, I was listening to a video about kingdom marriage, and the Lord started to ask me, how are you preparing for kingdom marriage? What does preparation entail? What are you visualizing? What does it look like in your mind? And he started to ask me some questions, and this video has been at least a year in the making in terms of processing mentally, spiritually, and all of that. The Lord has been ministering to me about this and showing me the differences between kingdom marriages and worldly marriages. And the Lord said to me, tell my people that these are kingdom marriages, not worldly marriages. He said, the church has gotten carried away with the commercialization of marriage. And when women, even believers, Christian women, any given prophetess, even on YouTube, the wedding would go according to the standard of the world, right? The hair weave or the silk press, whichever you prefer, definitely won't be natural. The face beat definitely won't be natural. The fake eyelashes, the eyeshadow, definitely won't be a natural look. Definitely won't be going in with bare lips. It's going to be full hair and makeup. It's going to be a theater production. And the Lord said to me, that's not a kingdom marriage. It's not a kingdom marriage. Once you get into designing yourself the way Jezebel does, the way Jezebel did, once you get into the tight-fitted mermaid dress, once you get into the dress with the cleavage showing, once you get into the hair weaves, the fake nails, the fake eyelashes, the heavy makeup, it's no longer a kingdom marriage. This word might be hard for a lot of women to receive. And the Lord asked me a question. He said, are you taking care of yourself? He said, do you see how long it took Esther to prepare for the king? The reason why it took that long is because preparing for a kingdom marriage is it's not a microwave thing. You don't just throw it in and take it out. He said Esther's treatment, people use Esther's treatment to say that it's okay to wear makeup and other things. That's not what that was. The reason why Esther's treatment took so long was because they were actually cleansing her natural body. Oil of myrrh, oil of this, oil of that. There was a cleansing, there was an inside out cleansing taking place. And that doesn't manifest in 5 minutes the way it would when you put face powder on. That process took 12 months. 12 months. They were cleansing her body because they knew that if you put that makeup on and go to the wedding, when you go to bed, even if you sleep with the makeup on, when you wake up, honey, you're going to have to wash it off. How does your skin look without makeup? And why are you so uncomfortable without makeup? Do you hate your skin? Or do you think God made a mistake the way he made you? Do you hate your hair? Because at some point you're going to take off the hair weave now. You're going to take it off. Are you afraid for your husband to see you as you are? What's your fear? Because the wedding day is going to pass. The wedding day is going to pass. This is holy matrimony. This is not worldly matrimony. Esther had to be a queen on any and every day of the week, morning, noon, and night. She had to personify queenliness. So they cleansed her skin, purified her inside out. That's what that was, people of God. It wasn't a face beat that you wash off in the morning. That's why it took 12 months. The Lord wants us to get that story straight. But the Lord is saying that we should prepare ourselves naturally. And that's just the outside preparation. That's just the outward preparation. Are you taking care of your skin? Are you taking care of your hair as you wait? A lot of women are crying out to God, where is my kingdom spouse? My kingdom, you're not ready. A lot of women are not ready. Their hair is a mess. This week is blue. Next week is pink. The following week is blonde. And they're cutting it every 5 minutes. And they can't decide what to do with it. Then they'll grow it out a little bit, and then they'll start growing locks, and then they'll decide against the locks. And then they'll perm it. And then, every month it's a different thing. So, how do you want your kingdom spouse to see you? How do you want your kingdom spouse to see you? Is it blonde? Is it burgundy? Is it blue? I mean, which one is it? A lot of women are not ready. And the Lord was saying to me, tell the women if they have not given up their worldliness, they're not ready for kingdom marriage. They may be ready for worldly marriage. That's fine. They can go do their own thing. And I won't be in it. But tell the women that if they haven't given up their worldliness, they're not ready for kingdom marriage. A kingdom marriage is for queens, is what he said to me. A kingdom marriage is for queens, and queens are not microwaved. Queens are groomed almost from birth. Over a period of many, many years, they are painstakingly groomed. Now let's talk about the spiritual preparation. The spiritual preparation. Preparing for a kingdom marriage spiritually, that's not a microwave process either. It's not a 1 week thing. Think of it this way. When you're getting ready to braid your hair, the first thing you have to do is to wash the hair. You have to wash it. You have to make sure it's clean and dry, oiled and everything. And then you have to comb it out. You have to comb it out. And that's perhaps one of the most painful parts about braiding your hair, especially for African hair, I would say. You have to comb it out. And that's a painful process. But it's well worth it. If you braid the hair with the kinks in it, it will show. The kinks will show. It will show that the hair was not combed. Even with synthetic hair, when they're braiding your hair with synthetic hair, the real professionals that know how to do it, not that I'm a fan, I'm not endorsing synthetic hair at all, but I used to wear it. And I've been through this whole hair journey. I'm talking about locks, perm, everything. And I went through that journey when I wasn't ready. And so even with synthetic hair, they comb it out. They don't just take it out of the package and start braiding it. They comb it out. And it gives it a much smoother look, a much more polished, professional look. And it's the same with natural hair, even more so with natural hair. You can't just, you can't just braid the hair without combing it out. The roughness will show. It will just look ugly. And so likewise, preparing for kingdom marriage spiritually is not a 1 week thing. It's not a 1 month thing. It's not even a 1 year thing. You have to allow the Lord time to comb out the kinks in your character. And it's painful. It's painful. I've been through that process and it's painful. You have to allow him the time to comb through the kinks in your character. He's not going to give you to a king half-baked. Kings, he's not going to give you to a queen half-baked. You will destroy the marriage and the purpose. You will destroy the ministry. Some of you want God to place you where your character cannot keep you. You have to have the character to be able to stand in a position of honor. That's why so many ministries fail. Because the character is not there. You have to allow God time to build character in you. Otherwise, you'll destroy the marriage. And along with it, you will insult the name of God. Because when ordinary people get divorced, it's expected, I guess. But when pastors get divorced, it starts to look particularly ugly. It maligns the name of God. Because he's the author of the institution of marriage. So the Lord wanted me to come and to give you this word and to tell you that there is spiritual preparation for marriage and there's physical preparation for marriage. And neither one is a microwave process. There's so many kingdom marriage videos on YouTube. I mean, take your pick. There are hundreds of them. on YouTube. And I'm not saying that all of them are fake either. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what the Lord is saying. It's just that there, there aren't a lot of words telling you actually how to prepare. And this is the word the Lord has given me to give to you. The Lord is saying, if you want to be married the kingdom way, you must go natural. You must go natural. I've been through that hair journey. What you see in this picture probably took about 4 years to grow. This hair took about 4 years to grow. And it would be longer if I wasn't perming it, if I hadn't permed it in the past. It would be much longer if I hadn't permed it in the past. I wore a perm for about 2 years or so before this. And over the course of these 4 years, the Lord has taught me how to do my own hair, how to style my own hair. I don't go to a salon. He's taught me how to take care of my natural hair and my skin. I don't use store-bought products on my skin. I use natural oils in my hair and on my skin. So the Lord wanted me to use this picture sort of as an example of the way it's supposed to look when you come out prepared, when you go natural. It's totally possible. But the Lord is saying, if you are thinking about preparing for your kingdom marriage the worldly way, it's not a kingdom marriage then. It's not a kingdom marriage. It's a worldly marriage. You're crying out for your kingdom spouse, but you want God to give you a godly man, and you want to look like a Jezebel on your wedding day. And mind you, these kingdom men have been given instructions. They've spent time with God in the secret place asking for their kingdom wives. And God has given them specific instructions on what to look for and told them not to marry a Jezebel. Now here you come with all of the trappings of the world on you. And on the first date, you got on tight jeans. Every curve in your body, on your body, is showing. How do you want a kingdom man to see you? As wife material? No. You look like a hooker because everything on you is tight and the cleavage is showing and the hair that's supposed to be your crown is missing. Your crown is missing. So right off the bat, you're no longer a queen because your crown is missing. Your crown is missing. And your kingdom spouse, he looks every bit a king. The man looks every bit a king. But you're missing your robe and your crown. How do you expect to be seen as a queen? I realize this word is different from everything else you've heard out there. The focus has been on getting married. When is your kingdom spouse arriving? Your kingdom spouse is this. Your kingdom spouse is that. Your kingdom spouse is coming. But are you prepared? And you can be prepared in the way the world thinks you should be prepared. You can be prepared in the way you think you should be prepared. But the giver of the kingdom spouse is saying to you, this is what preparation looks like. Let me say that again. The giver of the kingdom spouse is saying to you that there are guidelines for preparation. It's like graduation, right? You don't just walk into the hall with a cap and gown and expect to be allowed to graduate. You have to finish the coursework. And then even after you finish the coursework, there's procedures that you have to follow in preparing for graduation. Forms you have to fill out and things like that. You don't just walk into the graduation hall. It's the same with kingdom marriage. It's the same with kingdom marriage. The school would tell you what the procedure is for graduating and when you're ready to graduate. You don't just decide you're ready at the end of your 3rd year. No, the school will not give you the degree and will not allow you to walk. You haven't finished the coursework. They are the givers of the degree. You're not there on your own terms. So the giver of the kingdom marriage, the giver of the kingdom spouse, the blesser of the kingdom marriage is saying to you that he has guidelines that determine whether you are prepared or not. There's a whole checklist. Physical preparation and spiritual preparation. Kinks in your character, anger, fighting every day. Are you ready spiritually? Because again, like I said in the last video on the simple wedding, focus on the marriage, not the wedding. Not so much just the wedding, because the marriage will last much longer than the wedding. The wedding is a one-day thing. The marriage is a lifetime thing. And it is a ministry within itself. The marriage is a ministry. Remember that your marriage is supposed to be an example. Your kingdom marriage is supposed to be an example. So women of God, men of God, the Lord wants you to go back to the drawing board. That's what this is about. The Lord wants you to go back to the drawing board and ask him, Lord, am I ready? The question now is not, where is my kingdom spouse? The question is, Lord, am I ready? Lord, am I ready for my kingdom spouse? Take a long look in the mirror. Head to toe, are you ready? Physically, spiritually. That makeup is going to come off. Why do you think it's fair for you to have to wear makeup every day and your kingdom spouse is showing you his bare face? He doesn't deserve to know how you look naturally. You know how he looks naturally. You're going to have to drop the makeup. And if you're not comfortable with your own skin, then start taking care of it now. Start taking care of it now. Clean it up. There are ways to clean up your skin. And I'll give you a secret. Prayer. There are ways to grow your hair. I'll give you another secret. Prayer. Prayer can take care of everything you're afraid of concerning your physical nature. You can grow your hair and clean up your skin by prayer. As you pray, whatever the Lord leads you to do, do it. But please, the Lord is saying that makeup will not fly. Tell the women, if they have not given up their worldliness, they're not ready for kingdom marriage. They can do the worldly marriage. I won't be in it. But go back to the drawing board and find out whether you're prepared or not. God bless you.